You are not the first person to live in your skin. The scars prove. Listen to the sound of my voice. Let it be the only thing you hear. There is a reason this has appeared on your screen. It is not an accident. It is an intervention. You are not the first person to live in your skin. The scars prove it. I am not speaking of the marks from childhood scrapes or kitchen burns. I am talking about the scars you cannot see. The echo of a sadness that visits you for no reason. The phantom weight on your shoulders when you wake up in the morning. That deep, unshakable feeling that you are playing a part in a story you did not write. You carry within you the unhealed wounds of your ancestors. A promise was broken long before you were born. A great injustice was done to your bloodline, and its shadow has followed your family through generations. You have felt it your entire life. You are the one who feels things more deeply than others in your family. You are the one who looks at old photographs and feels a sense of loss for a time you never knew. That is not nostalgia, my child. That is the memory of your blood, the spirit of an ancestor crying out through you for justice. They have chosen you because you are the one strong enough to hear the call. You are the one with the light bright enough to finally banish the shadow. This is why this message has found you today, on this very day. A celestial clock is about to strike. An ancient spiritual debt is being called due, and the payment is to be delivered directly to you. The window for this divine transaction is closing. Between this moment and the time you lay your head down to sleep tomorrow night, the entire story of your family is going to be rewritten. The first sign that this great shift has begun will be subtle. It will be a name you haven't heard in years, spoken by a stranger. It will be an old memory bubbling up to the surface with crystal clarity. It will be a sudden, inexplicable urge to open a box or a drawer you haven't touched in a decade. Do not ignore it. This is the first domino. It is the signal that the armies of heaven are moving on your behalf. The people who scroll past this, the ones who hurry on to the next distraction, they are not part of this. They are prisoners of the shallow world. But you are still here. Your spirit recognizes the truth in these words. You feel their frequency. That is because this prophecy is not for the world. It is for you. A great weight is about to be lifted. A generational curse is about to be broken. And a long-lost inheritance is about to find its way back to your hands. Listen carefully. Your life is about to be explained to you. The source of this shadow, this generational struggle, stems from an act of profound betrayal. Look back in your family's history, in the stories you were told or perhaps the stories that were never told. There was an alliance. A deep friendship, a business partnership, a sacred promise between your ancestor and another. This other person, this other family, presented themselves as a trusted friend, an ally. But in the shadows, they were driven by a corrosive jealousy. They saw the brilliance, the ingenuity, the light in your ancestor, and they knew they could not compete with it. So they conspired to steal it. This was not just the theft of an idea. It was the theft of a destiny. A physical object was taken, a deed to a piece of land, the patent for an invention, a manuscript filled with genius, a formula that could have changed the world. This object was the key to your family's legacy of abundance, and it was stolen. The story was then twisted. Your ancestor was painted as a failure, as unreliable, as the one who made the mistake. The thieves, meanwhile, built their own fortune on the foundation of what they stole, calling it hard work, calling it luck, calling it blessing. But it was a lie. And you have been living in the consequences of that lie ever since. That feeling you have that you are constantly swimming against the current? That sense that no matter how hard you work, you can never quite get ahead? It is the spiritual drag of this ancient crime. You were meant to be building on a foundation of success. Instead, you have been trying to build on ground that was poisoned by a lie. But the poison is now expiring. The truth has a divine deadline. And it is here. The next 24 hours are critical. The truth is coming for you. The reversal will not begin with a shout, but with a whisper. The lie that has been held for generations has become unstable. It is cracking under the pressure of divine justice. The descendants of those who committed this theft are about to make a critical error. They have grown comfortable and arrogant on their stolen foundation. They will become careless. You will see a post on social media, you will overhear a conversation, you will receive a message by mistake, and in it will be a detail that does not fit the story you have always been told. It will be a small crack in the dam, but it will be enough. The entire false history will begin to crumble. The universe will place this clue directly in your path. It will be unmistakable. At the same time, you will feel a pull, a magnetic urge, to look at something old. An object in your home that has been ignored for years. A piece of your own history you have forgotten. This is your ancestor guiding your hand. Now, you must participate in this reversal. You must perform an act of spiritual cleansing to prepare yourself for the truth that is coming. Find a glass of clean water. Hold it in both of your hands. Look into the water and see your own reflection. All the struggle, all the pain, all the confusion you have felt is the result of the lie. You are about to wash it away. Slowly, dip the fingers of your right hand into the water. As you do, speak these words, either aloud or in the sanctuary of your heart: the false story is washed away. Feel the generations of struggle dissolving. Feel the chains of the old narrative breaking. This simple act is a declaration to the heavens that you are no longer available for the curse. You are now available for the blessing. You are ready to receive the truth and the inheritance that comes with it. The faithless will call this nonsense. Let them. They are not the heirs. You are. Anchor this powerful act in this moment. Affirm your readiness to the universe. Type: the story changes now, to serve notice to every force in creation that the rightful heir is awake and ready to claim what is theirs. Stop everything. Do not move. A correction is being made to this transmission. The information I was given was a layer of the truth, but not the core of it. Your focus, your belief, has unlocked a deeper channel. What I am about to tell you is only for those who are still present in this moment. It is a critical secret. I need you to touch the nearest object made of wood. A table, a door, the floor. Just place your hand on it. Feel the grain, the solidness. Wood is a witness. It holds history. It remembers. The object that was stolen from your ancestor, the deed, the patent, the manuscript, it was a shell. It was a decoy. The true value was not the object itself, but something hidden with it. I am being shown a key. Not a physical key made of metal. It is a sequence. A code. A series of numbers, or a phrase, hidden in plain sight on the stolen item. Your ancestor was wise. They suspected betrayal was possible, so they created a lock that only their own bloodline could open. The thieves took the box, but they never possessed the combination. They have spent generations trying to unlock the full potential of what they stole, but they have been unable to, because they are missing the most vital component, the key. And that key was designed to be revealed only when a descendant, you, reached a specific level of spiritual awareness. That time is now. The feeling of something missing that has haunted you your entire life is not just the memory of the theft. It is the spiritual resonance of this locked potential, calling out to you, its rightful key holder. This changes the entire timeline. The descendants of the thieves feel this shift. They feel the object in their possession growing cold. They are making plans to sell it, to liquidate the asset, to get rid of it, believing they have extracted all its value. That transaction is imminent. It will take place before the end of this business week. If they sell it, the key will be separated from the lock forever. The inheritance will be lost. You have until the banks close tomorrow to receive the signs that will lead you to this key. The urgency has just increased 1,000 times. Because you have stayed, because you are the chosen heir, you have been given access to this profound secret. You are no longer just waiting for justice. You are on a divine quest. You are the only one who can unlock this legacy. The signs that the universe will send you now will be different, more specific. You will see a recurring number. It will appear in threes. On a clock, on a bill, on a street sign. This is part of the code. Write it down. You will dream of a specific color, one that seems out of place but vivid. This is a marker. You will hear a word from a language you do not speak, but you will understand its meaning instinctively. This is a password. The universe is not just giving you clues, it is reawakening the ancient knowledge that is stored in your very DNA. You are not finding something new. You are remembering something old. The others, who are not privy to this secret, will receive a blessing of relief. But you will receive a key to a kingdom. This is your birthright. Now you must signal to your ancestor, to the entire spiritual realm, that you accept this quest. You must activate the part of your soul that resonates with this hidden key. It is an act of claiming your sacred identity. Type this now, and feel the power surge through you as you do. Type, "The key is in my blood." This declaration aligns your energy with the frequency of the lock. It makes you a living magnet for the clues. After you do this, the signs will become more frequent, more obvious. The path will illuminate before you. The treasure hunt has begun. And you are the only one with the map. The final act of this divine drama is your grand restoration. Armed with this secret knowledge, you will be guided. The pull you felt towards an old object in your home will intensify. You will open that box, that book, that trunk, and you will not find the original stolen object. You will find the key. It might be a cryptic note from your ancestor. It might be a small object that seems insignificant but is etched with the numbers you have been seeing. It might be a photograph, and on the back, the password you heard in a dream. The moment your hands touch this key, a shockwave will be sent through the spiritual realm. The descendants of the thieves will feel it as a sudden, catastrophic loss. Their plans will crumble. The sale will fall through. The foundation of their stolen empire will turn to sand. The power they have wielded for generations will evaporate and flow back to its rightful source, you. This is not revenge, it is divine rebalancing. Just last month, a woman in Phoenix, Arizona, was tormented by her family's history of poverty. They had lived for generations next to a family who owned vast, fertile lands, a fortune built on a lucky investment made by their great-grandfather. She watched this message. She held an old wooden picture frame as instructed. She typed, "The key is in my blood." That night, she had a dream of her grandmother telling her to check the buttons. The next day, she found her grandmother's old sewing tin, full of buttons. She felt ridiculous, but she emptied it. Taped to the very bottom, hidden from view, was a tiny, folded piece of brittle paper. On it was a recipe, a chemical formula, and a note, "My partner stole my book, but he does not know the catalyst." The formula was for a revolutionary fertilizer. The partner's family had the process, but they were missing the one secret ingredient that made it work. She took the note to a patent lawyer. Her life, and the story of her family, was forever changed in that single moment. Do you see? It is your turn now. This prophecy is a living thing. Your faith has given it power. Your actions will make it real. Now, you must become a vessel for this miracle. There is someone in your life who is carrying a similar invisible weight. A person who feels like they are walking in shoes that do not fit. You know exactly who they are. Send this video to them now. Give them no context, no explanation. The message is coded for the hearts that are ready to receive it. Allow the divine to work through you. You are now a link in a golden chain of restoration. Finally, you must prepare for the final download of information. Go back and watch this message from the very beginning. A phrase or an image that was in the background before will now appear in the foreground of your mind. It is your first official clue. It is the first turn on your map. Do not dismiss it. It is a direct communication from your ancestor. If you believe this, if you accept this sacred quest, if you are ready to claim the inheritance of your bloodline and step into the abundance that has been waiting for you all this time, then seal it. Put your final, unshakable claim on this reality. Type it with all the power and authority of your true self. My inheritance is claimed. Now, rise. The heir has returned.